and welcome back to my channel here at The Craft of Living. Here we are again for a very exciting unboxing. I have a very special treat in store for you today. I'm so excited to share it with you. I have been waiting since December of last year for this deck. December of last year. And I haven't had any communications from the seller, so I was a little uncertain if it was even coming. I had to reach out a couple times to say, hey, what's the update? I bought it last year in December and I don't see any updates. Is it even coming? So this was sent straight from the manufacturer in China, straight from the printer. Now, I'm very excited to bring to you this beautiful deck. Very excited. So this is Danielle Noel's newest deck. I'm so happy to get a chance to work with it. And I was looking at the images online and they're so beautiful. So here we go. Let's get into it, guys. Straight from the manufacturer. Let's see, were there any printing issues? That this is the Moonchild Tarot. Very, very beautiful. Pop this out. Ooh, nice packaging. It's definitely made in China. Boop. As are most decks, I'm sure. So nice, thick deck here. I'm a super big fan of hers. I have her Ocean Dreams Oracle. I really, really love it. So let's see how this one stands up to the Oracle deck that I already own from her. So it comes in a typical box. The back is a shadow. This is why I bought this. It's a shadow work edition. I am all about shadow work. I believe you can be your strongest self when you face your past and you integrate your past into becoming the new, more improved you. So here are some up close shots of the back art. Remember, this is straight from the manufacturer in China. So first look here at this deck. Super beautiful already. I'm really loving this simple design. So here's the book. Let's flip for the book first. So she comes with the introduction here and the table of contents. It's nearing midnight. The hovering mist of the forest floor gives our feet a gentle floating sensation. Together we glide as one along the silvery trail, basking in the approaching cloak of night. I follow our single-file procession. Flowing movements and bobbing lanterns lead the way toward the crest of the hill as we approach our moonlit sanctuary. Tonight marks the apex of the solstice under her light. As we reach the top of the clearing, the familiar buzz of night shifts into a warming hum of electricity throughout the surrounding grove, amplifying our feet with a mysterious rush of euphoria as we meet our resting place. This must be it. The moon is full, closer than usual, and I can see the peaks and valleys of her mountains tracing the outlines of a strange world on her hazy terrain. There is a powerful force emanating from her light, one that demands your full attention. As someone who spends most of her time dreaming and imagining what life would have been like many ages ago, maybe even living as a wild crafting witch in these very woods, our gathered circle triggers a deep remembrance of vivid sensations that seem all too familiar. There is no way to fully describe it. Flashes of visions trace in my mind when the first trees were particles of stardust waiting to be seeded. When the oceans were brilliant and teeming with life, revolutions of time rest beneath our feet and above us. Her ancient lineage continues to shine on. How many nights of celebration and ceremony do we owe to her luminous stage? So that was a bit long and lengthy, but I just like how she writes with there. It's kind of nice and poetic. And I'll read this. The Moonchild Tarot. Moonchild Tarot has been crafted as a gentle interface to help strengthen your inner wisdom and nurture your days. Whether you would like to open new windows into your own shadow work or ignite fresh sparks of inspiration and guidance, this deck is here to hold space for your ongoing discoveries and reflections. So, beautiful moon. Let the waters settle and you will see the moon and the stars mirrored in your own being. Rumi. So Mama Luna, and she goes into a lunar history, polarity and the divine, the goddess Hecate, and the history of tarot, talk about the emerald tablets. And then she gets into the major and the minor court cards, difference according to her. The wands, what it means. She goes through all the elements, pentacles. Shuffling before reading. This is a pretty in-depth book, I would say. Imbuing your cards in the moon bath ritual. She gives you a little insight to doing a moon bath ritual. Reading your cards, reading for others, working with the moon. So red moon is a full moon, or a white moon is a new or a waning moon. And then she talks about getting into the nitty-gritty of the helpful moon phases, and she goes over them. Waxing, waning, new moon, crescent moon, first quarter, gibbous moon, full moon, disseminating moon. I'm excited to learn about this, actually. And this is very apt, being that it's the Moonchild Oracle. I would really love to be educated on more moon stuff. Love, love, love this. So then they go into the major arcana, starting with the Fool. So in her descriptions, she gives keywords here. She gives her storyline here. And she gives journal questions right there. So I really like that. That's cool. And she also does the astrological of this card, which the Fool is Uranus and Earth. The gemstones for this card are red quartz and Lemurian quartz, which happens to be right there and right there. And we go into the Fool. She gives a description here, and then she'll go into reversals there. And it's a quick one because the next one goes on to the next card. So that's really awesome. I love that she gives the moon, journal prompts. So awesome. I really love journal prompts. And then at the end here, before I move on, she has a few different spreads. So she has a spiral spread and the questions that go with it, the shadow spread, the Isis spread. Oh, I'm very interested in the Egyptian Isis spread. Oh my, what do my guides want me to know? How can I retrieve my past wisdom? What ancient secrets are rising? What energetic cords need healing? What shadow work needs to be done? And what is activating in me now? And then there's a lunar spread, chalice spread, and triple goddess spread, whether you're the maiden, mother, and crone. The triple goddess spread explores the trinity of our goddess archetype energies, opening up sacred keys of wisdom and the cycles of divine feminine magic. Ooh. And that goes on the waxing, full, and waning. Then we have a shadow and light spread. What area of my life requires a bit more care? Where or what is my heart guiding me towards healing, learning, or expressing? And what am I now being encouraged to release or vibrate out? I love these questions. Unwavering love spread. This is a spread of self-love and inner devotion, which I think is so important, so very important. When you are in need of a boost of light or a gentle reminder to tap into your own care, feel free to consult this spread and let it hold space for your own sweet discoveries. And then thank you. Oh, and then she gives all of the names of the cards and who was their model for it. So the Fool model image from Marcus Rainham. and Empress was Calais Nouveau, and so on. So that's kind of neat. I always wonder who the models are in these composites. Okay, so these are her other creations. She's made the Star Child Tarot, which most of you, I'm sure, are familiar with. The Star Child Tarot and the Akashic Star Child Tarot. And I do believe she has the Moonchild Tarot also with this one. So super, super awesome. And without further ado, I'll stop making you wait. Let's get into it. Oh, look at this dog. Oh my God. Okay, seek the unseen. Ah, the unseen within. Okay. Ooh, look at this matte gilding on the end, purple. Ooh, purple edged. Here's the backs of the cards. Get some of this printer dust off. Check that out. So it has that nice iridescent gloss that we all love, that golden sheen. Has this matte purple side. Oof, loving it. So let's get into this. Yeah. So we have the Fool. She has butterflies. She has the white dog. They're looking over the cliff. We're not sure. It goes into the galaxy. Who knows? I don't see a rose or a satchel, but it does look like she is about to embark on an adventure and her dog is helping. We'll go through the major arcana. I may not go through them all, just to leave an element of surprise. We'll go through like the first 5, okay? So we have the Magician. Beautiful, man. And one of the reasons why I really love her artwork is there is just that Egyptian influence in a lot of her decks that I really resonate with this older world quality. But I love the snakes in here. There's a white snake and she's carrying a lotus in her hand. Very beautiful. I hope my camera is behaving nicely for you guys. So that's that one. We have the High Priestess. Now you've probably seen this in her sample shots that she gives for this deck on her website, because this comes with that. Beautiful. You have that veil of the human experience that veils over your intuitive insight. She holds that full intuitive moon behind her head, that halo. We have the Empress. Wow, she looks like she's enjoying herself in her abundance. She's just soaking it all in. Beautiful. 2 more and then we'll start skipping ahead. So we have the Emperor in his full power there. Beautiful. And then we have the Hierophant. I can't wait to see if she explains symbology. It almost looks like his cloak opens up to the galaxy or the universe right there. And that mysteries of a deeper ancient knowledge are just waiting to unfold. And it's almost like a rite of passage as you have to go through those pillars. Start skipping ahead. We have Justice here. Censoring. I don't mind, but I know YouTube minds, so there you go. Justice. She does carry her sword behind her. Ooh, here we go. Here's a potent one. We have the Tower. Life-changing events. I feel this world has had many Tower events up until now, so I know that I certainly relate to this card. And I find it interesting that you might not be able to notice it right on film, but there's a swooshing line that comes up here through this It's almost like the breeze looks like it's blowing through. Very interesting. The winds of change, right? I don't know if you can see, there's little lines at this part right here that make it appear like the wind is happening. Wow. So we have the sun, one of my favorite cards. So far, printing is impeccable. I haven't seen any printing mistakes. I haven't been looking too closely at the spelling, but I've just been looking for obvious printing errors. Sometimes there's lines from the track, and I am not seeing anything like that. So this is amazing. So let's continue. We have Ace of Cups here. Like a decoupage type of look. Snakes are very prevalent in her deck. And I believe that has to do with the shadow work aspect. Snakes are actually a very positive symbol. I know many of us have a negative association with snakes, whether it's from religious backgrounds or just negative associations with a slithering snake, but they're actually a very positive symbol. Shedding your skin, shedding old habits and old things, kind of like shadow work. You're shedding your old patterns of belief that are no longer serving you. And the snake represents many things, but also cycles and how things go in cycles. And healing is no different. Healing goes in cycles too. So this has a very soft, velvety texture. I would say not as velvety as the Oceans Oracle, but still it has that velvety feel to it. That very nice soft touch deck. So it has a matte finish also, and the size is pretty manageable. I would say it's medium large. Four of Cups. A lot of opportunities needing to go within and get clear on your point of focus. Eight of Cups. There is that darkness in this card here. But I love how the light of the moon is her intuition that guides her. And it's almost like the Hermit, where it lights only enough to see her very next step. And that's kind of what the Eight of Cups is. You don't always get the whole plan laid out in front of you. You just get the one next step. And there's a lot of unknowns, and there's a lot of trusting in where your heart's guiding you. So I like that one a lot. I love, you can see it like right on the edges here. Like, look at how beautiful. It's like so many different colors and textures and patterns. I just can't wait to see, like, what is this gold card? I don't know. It's super fun. So Queen of Cups here, she gives an element right over there. The triangle. Very 1920s. I like that too. Three of Swords. Wow. Three of Swords. Five of Swords. Looks like she won the battle, but she's by herself, looking at how she won. Looking at her arguments and her points of view. Okay, you might be right, but is it worth sacrificing friends? Here's the Ten of Swords. This one is also featured on her sampler site of what cards are included. Very awesome. Let's find out what this gold one is. It's the Three of Pentacles. Ooh, I like that. I like that there's more than three people in this card. Three of Pentacles doesn't mean there's only three people helping you out, or two people offering your expertise to the third one. It's more than just that. It can even mean a community of creating something more than yourself. I like it. I like it. Seven of Pentacles. Waiting. Waiting. Is this worthy of my time, focus, and energy? Did I plant it in the right spot? Did I water it enough? Did I fertilize it enough? Is this going to amount to something? Spiritual test of faith. I love how you have these conch shells which go in revolutions or cycles again, each time nearing a little bit closer to your goal. It almost looks like this is a solar eclipse type of card also. Very interesting. Then we have Knight of Pentacles. Tried and true, steady and consistent, regimented, very disciplined, built on good foundations. I like this. The colors are nice and soft and subdued. They don't overwhelm your senses. Three of Wands. You've got adventure waiting for you. You've had plans well made that you've set out to do, and now you are well on your way. You have potentiality to have internet success across the seas. There's more opportunities awaiting for you. So this is very, I feel like that. I feel like she's about to embark on some trip right there. She's trying to think about what opportunities are available to her. And we have the Eight of Wands here. Woo! Things are moving quickly. Your passion projects are moving with great speed and success. Ooh, what's this dark one? Nine of Wands. And the darkness feels like it's closing in around you. I see. It feels like you're very overworked and overburdened. Ten of Wands is also that feeling. She's up to her thighs in water that she's trying to walk through, and she doesn't look very happy about it. So we have the King of Wands here. Very nice. The triangular element up there. And then we have the Moonchild, which I think is her special card. And Shadow Work. These are only two special cards. Let me just see. Oh no. Okay, King of Wands was the last one. So here are her special cards. She has Divine Wisdom. Ooh. I like that. Now you can choose to incorporate this in your tarot deck and read with it in your tarot deck, which I think is the perk of having the deck. Each deck has their own unique cards. This is Shadow Work. I love that there's namesake cards. She looks like she is in a library swimming towards the light. And then we have Moonchild, the one we just showed you earlier. Awesome. Let's give it a shuffle, guys. Let's see how it do. And then I will read you the description of whatever card we get. So, oh, Great Spirit, let us know what is the greatest lesson we can learn from this deck. A very easy shuffle. The cards bend very nicely. What is one of the greatest lessons we are going to receive while working with this deck? What is one of the greatest lessons we will receive while working with this deck? All right. Ooh, Five of Pentacles in reverse. So we're just going to put it right side up here just to see the picture and the artwork. Make sure my camera's not slacking on the job and you're focusing in the right area. So we got this one in reverse. So I am going to read you what we got here. So we have Five of Pentacles in reverse. I'm gonna bring it up close like I always do for you guys. Hopefully I'll just put it this way so you cannot look at it upside down. And then I'll read it to you, the reversed meaning of this card. There may still be a silver lining. Look ahead with a renewed sense of optimism as you are now able to proceed with confidence and strength. An understanding of the cycles of your life, much like the Wheel of Fortune, this card indicates the passing or transition of one phase into the next, after we have learned to regulate our own system of support. So we are no longer believing in the lack or any of the lies that our ego tells us, or that there's not enough, or that I don't deserve these things. When it's in reverse, that's telling us that we are exiting out of that stage of lack, and that there's a reason to hope, because you've learned a very important lesson. Where does physical security lie? Does it lie in a job? Does it lie in a career? Does it lie in a spouse? Does it lie in the amount of money that you have in your bank account? Where does your security come from? Because if it lies in any one of those things I just mentioned, that's a false security, because all of that stuff can change and is impermanent. But the only unchanging thing is your own soul and your own divine spirit. And that is what all that we ultimately need to turn to when we're feeling like we don't have enough, or that we want or need more. We need more support. We need more money. We want more love and affection from a lover. We want a better house. We want all those things. We know that we can and are getting those things as they are making their way to us. So I really love this Five of Pentacles. Typically, if you're new to tarot, the Five of Pentacles is the two figures standing outside of the church in the snow, and they are using crutches with injured legs. So it's kind of like a feeling of it's us against the world, and not remembering that spirit is there to help too. You just need to accept that help and ask for it. So I love that. What is it that we can learn most from this deck? Letting go of lack, letting go of not feeling like enough. Maybe working through our shadows and facing any negativity or any lower vibrations that we may have carried from the past. Maybe working through that helps us elevate our energy and our vibrations so that we can manifest on a more pure vibration and frequency. So I really love that meaning for us here today, guys. And I think I'm really going to enjoy getting to know this deck quite a bit more. Really, really liking it. Here's the Wheel of Fortune real quick, just as a last bonus. I like how they still go with the four figures of the original deck. Very awesome. And with that, let me know what you think about this deck. Let me know if you have Danielle Noel's other decks and what you think of them and how they perform in your readings. And other than that, thanks guys for stopping by. It's always such a joy hanging out with you. Till we see each other next time. Peace.